Ladies and gentlemen, Gumworms here on this wonderful Saturday afternoon, bringing back an old favorite, an old classic of ours, Community Saturdays, with good friend and co-commentator and statsman,
Sprout. Why is my... No, seriously, can I ask this quickly? Why is my tagline so fucking long?
Because you're multi-talented.
Okay.
And I am not. I mean, if you really want me to go into all the stuff you do compared to me, I'd probably spend like 30 seconds because you're like the social dude as well. I just do all the tech stuff.
Okay. Well, anyways, just shorten it up because I don't think I need a long one. Anyways, can I quickly run through why we're doing this game?
Yes, share with us this game.
Okay. So there was a person on the Learn Dota 2 Reddit under the tagline of s8rlink, s8rlink, and he wanted to know what he could have done better in this game, and I just reached out to him saying, well, maybe we could kind of put it on this, analyze his play a little bit. So yeah.
So he is playing the Sven.
Yes.
Today, and we'll kind of get into that there. This is a replay, so Dan, if you want to, we will press play in 3, 2, 1, begin. Alright, getting into it. So, wow, that horn, I felt like blew a little longer than it should have blown.
Yeah.
Oh well. Getting into it, Sven. Let's just get right into it and discuss Sven as a hero.
Okay.
He is strength hero, typically played as a carry role. Does have a bit of support properties, and you and I had a bit of a tussle about that. And it's not that I disagree with you. I just kind of thought that it's not the best way to go. But Sven could be played as a semi-support.
Mm-hmm. He has been played as a semi-support in professional play recently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 4 position more specifically.
Yes, especially the 4 position, so he can just like wander into the jungle, use cleave to cleave down the.
Yeah, and
creeps.
Mainly the thing you want to look at is the buff he got to his ultimate, where if he gets Aghanims, some of his bonus damage gets added to his allies.
Yeah.
Now that is pretty good.
Yeah. Makes everybody stronger, everybody happier.
Yeah. So, and not only that, like his stun's pretty good. It's not as good as the Wraith King's. Mainly because it's just a flat 2-second stun, but what it does have compared to the Wraith Kings is an AoE component.
Yeah.
So if the enemies are really bunched together, you can hit 2 or 3 at once, ideally, in theory. Cleave is pretty good. It helps him, especially in the carry role, it helps him just do more damage. Helps him farm in the mid to late game. And then you have Warcry, which is kind of his sort of bread and butter, especially in that carry position. It gives him bonus armor and bonus move speed, so you just Warcry, waddle in, and start wrecking fools.
Yeah, and the thing that I actually like more about Sven compared to a Wraith King is Warcry and his cleave. I like having the cleave with the bonus damage from his ult, because then all you have to do is build crit, whereas Wraith King I think needs a little bit more to get going. Like, he needs to build more damage, whereas...
Yeah, Sven can definitely... He can definitely start fighting a little sooner. I'll agree to that. He can kind of get... especially, once he hits level 6, his God Strength gives him 100% bonus damage. So it's basically like having a DD rune. And that's not too bad. So getting harassed here pretty early by the Lion. Lion, actually not a bad counter to a Sven. Sven, much like Wraith King, has very low int. There we go. Right now at level 2 he has 15 int, and only has an int gain of 1.3, which I think is on par with Wraith King, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that. I haven't looked at it in a while. I'll look at it quickly.
Yeah, so 1.3 int gain, and that basically means that at level 2 right now, he has enough mana for only 1 Stormbolt. And probably won't have enough mana for 2 until about level 5-ish. Mm-hmm. So, Sven does have mana problems, which, that's fine, sort of, because he's a strength
it's 1.6 for Wraith King.
Okay, so Sven even has less int gain than Wraith King. And Wraith King is dead. But the thing with Sven is, being that sort of melee carry, he does need some pretty huge items. Now, Silencer's doing a pretty good job here of causing problems. He's casting out his Curse of the Silent, which is draining mana.
But
He's got his he's taking a lot of damage in the process too. This could be first blood here. There we go. Good stun too. And just the Medusa was straight up out of position.
Yeah.
Sven. Oh, Silencer might go down. More right clicks come in. Lion. They're just way too focused on the Silencer. Double kill. Off to a good start. Silencer does go down in the end, but you know what? The Sven already got the double kill, got all that gold, and is off to actually an incredible start here.
Yeah.
So far, good positioning, using his spells very appropriately, and getting, so far getting off to an incredible lead. Picks up the power tread, so, good build so far, very typical build. These are kind of the items you'd see on a sort of melee carry. Iron branches, power treads, a stout shield.
Yep. Very, just standard build at the moment.
Yeah, so nothing too crazy yet. Silencer, I don't know why, he's a null talisman. I guess trying to build as like a 4 position? I don't know. Just taking a look at the other lanes. You got Tusk and Lich on the dire side in the bot, up against a Chen and Sniper, so not a good lane for them. Sniper already got a Morbid Mask.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I don't think Lich knows that his frost armor, ice armor, works on towers.
I guess, I don't know.
He hasn't been putting it on the tower, which would really slow pushing it.
Yeah. Ice armor, even at level 1, adds 3 armor. At max level, adds 9 armor. So 9 armor on the tower is pretty significant. Tusk getting pretty low here. Might go down. Yes, he does. Dies to actually creeps. Ugh. Oh well. Sven still getting harassed by this Lion here. Lion just using that mana drain very effectively to basically keep Sven at 0 mana, more or less. And it's working. It's working. Now, he has his power treads on agility. Don't quite know why. It doesn't really benefit him that much. It gives him 1 armor, but 1 armor isn't really that much compared to the amount of health he gets, plus the damage he'd get from being on strength.
Yeah.
So I'd say as Sven, stay on strength, maybe switch to int once in a while, but especially if you need to get out that last clutch Stormbolt or something.
Yeah. You really don't want to be using agility till later in the game anyways.
Unless...
And even then, you should be swapping those out for Boots of Travel.
Yeah, unless you're an agility carry, that is.
Yeah, well...
That should go without saying, but we'll say it anyway.
A little bit of position, but he had enough mana for a Warcry, so that was good. But I think he is too low to walk back into that lane.
Yeah, he's going to have to go home. It looks like he knows it too. So, again, decent play so far.
Also, 6 minutes and they still have Walking Courier.
Yeah, that's on the supports, you filthy supports.
And now he was just standing in the middle of the lane for a bit.
That's fine. He's walking back.
Yeah, he just needs to be a little bit more decisive in his movements.
You also shouldn't walk back. Now, with Sven... It's interesting because you'd probably have no mana for a TP scroll anyway. Yeah. TP scrolls cost 75 mana. But, carry TPs, if you want to get better at this game, surprisingly enough, just carrying TPs is the greatest thing you can do.
Yeah, my win rate has significantly increased because of TPs.
And they're so cheap now. I usually buy usually I just buy 1, but now I buy 2 or 3 because they cost nothing. They're 100 gold.
Yeah, just hit a couple hit 2 creeps and you'll probably have enough.
So there we go. He's bought a TP scroll. Now he's just sitting in base. I don't know why. What are you doing?
He's full health and full mana.
What are you doing?
If he TP'd out, he would have had the buff on him.
Actually, let's do this game. There we go. See if
Come on, there we go. Paul Walker, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, little buddy. Alright. Back in lane, full health, full mana. Silencer, a little weakened, but that's okay. I'll open up. The Silencer didn't get any last hits while the Sven was out of lane.
Yeah.
So I want to point this out real quick. Supports, don't be afraid to get last hits. While you're obviously not the last hit priority, there is nothing wrong with if your carry is out of lane or sitting in the jungle, get the last hits because that's just gold
going to waste.
Yeah, being frittered away.
Yeah, you're just wasting gold there.
Basically. Silencer down the bot lane. Looks like they're doing a little rotation. Lich is coming up to the top. Silencer going down the bot lane. I guess. Sure.
I They don't really have the best supports to even help. Like, if they had the Tusk as a support for this Sven, they could have more kill potential in this top lane.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, but their supports really don't have huge kill potential. Like, Silencer does, but he also doesn't, you know? Actually, Silencer might be going down.
Yeah, Silencer goes down, but Sniper went down, Tusk took him out. In comes the Viper. Coming in.
I find it really funny that this Chen isn't Chenning, but he's TPing out, so he did something. Oh my god, Tusk!
Did you? Yeah, you watch that snowball too. Up here on the top lane, Medusa taking out the Lich. No mana for a Stormbolt, most likely thanks to the Lion there. You know, that's just how it is. Lion is actually, again, just a really good counter in general to these low mana strength heroes,
and also melee strength heroes, more specifically.
Yeah, just these heroes that have. And also, again, you're still on your agility treads. Stop.
Yeah.
You want int or strength. You never really want agility, especially as Sven.
Yeah.
Pick up the Morbid Mass, though. A decent pickup.
I honestly rush Blink on Sven.
Sure. That works, too.
I like having the mobility and the... and since Blink no longer has mana cost, there's no reason not to go it when you are a melee hero that likes to go into fights. Like, you want to blink in and Stormbolt and pop your God Strength and just cleave bitches down, as it were.
For me, it kind of depends. Like, I believe I want to say he's probably going Morbid Mask.
Yeah, probably.
That's sort of my initial thought.
Mask of Madness, you mean? Because he already has the Morbid Mask.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Mask of Madness. He's going for a Mom, and like that's okay.
I will confirm he is going Mom.
Sure.
I just didn't know if he was going to be rushing it.
Yeah. And then, like, so for me, it depends. Like, I usually like going BKB on Sven.
Yeah.
Mainly because you have to waddle in.
Yeah, seriously.
So, you know, the reason I don't worry too much about the Blink Dagger is because of Warcry. Well, yeah, again, Blink Dagger is a good item. That's not my beef. I recognize Blink Dagger on Sven. I just usually go, like, BKB into Mom into just, like, Warcry. Yeah. Because typically speaking, that's okay. Now, right there, if you had the mana for it, Stormbolt would have been incredible. Lich, though, good ulti on the Lich, got the double kill, and now they just kind of need to push this lane. But yeah, that's kind of the thing with Sven, is stats. Picking up a drum on Sven, also, if you're just a little bit behind, isn't the worst idea in the world.
Yeah, drum is pretty good on Sven.
Only if you're behind, though.
Yeah.
It just kind of gives you that little bit of mana. It helps bump you up a little bit. It gives you some move speed, too, to work with as well. So, you know, it's a little bit... It's a pickup item. You grab it if you're just a little bit behind.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's hard to talk about Dota in such definitive terms because, like, there's just so many little things you can do that can change the outcome of the game. Like, I mean, if you're really balling hard, you go, like, BKB into, like, Daedalus.
Yeah.
And then just absolutely, like, Shrek fools. Like, I don't know, I kind of have the items pulled up here. Like, how I would build Sven is, you know, I'd build him as a straight-up, just, like, right-clicker. So I'd probably do, like, Mask of Madness, or BKB into Mask of Madness, into, like, an AC and Heart.
BKB, Mask of Madness, AC, Heart. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad, but again...
And then like, if I feel like I need more damage, I'd roll into like a Daedalus or an MKB, depending on the situation, or even like an Abyssal Blade. Like,
actually...
It's just there's so many like little things. Like, it just kind of depends on the game, and it kind of depends on how I'm rolling.
May I recant my statement from earlier?
Sure. You can recant
I don't think
Sven
needs a Blink Dagger this game.
No, because there's really...
As long as he fights with Tusk. Because Tusk can snowball him in.
But also, there's not really much mobility on the Radiant team. If you look at the Radiant team's lineup, right, it's the Medusa, the Sniper. The Sniper is squirrely, but he's not necessarily, you know, he's not that kind of hero that, like,
he'll hit you before you can get your blink off, to be honest.
Chen, same deal. Doesn't really have much to worry about. Lion's pretty slow. He's got Tranquils, but he's still really slow. And then you got Zeus, who has... So, like, no one on the Radiant team really has any sort of deal.
And I also want to say I don't really like this game for Mom, to be honest. I understand the point of it, but I don't like the Mom rush.
Yeah, it's not good just because there's a lot of damage on the Radiant team, and Mask of Madness amplifies damage.
30%.
Yeah.
By the way. That's a
And
lot.
There we go.
Especially with a lion blowing your face off.
Yeah. So.
And a Zeus.
Yeah. Wait, what went down? Oh, the Dire Courier went down.
Yeah,
Watch your courier.
That's also good to do.
Yeah. So the thing with Sven, much like many melee carries, so we've already looked at the Dota buff for this game, and one of the things that, well, Sproutt noticed that I then noticed shortly thereafter was that Sven didn't have much hero damage, and this is where I kind of think everything went south for him. Sven, because he's a melee hero, really relies a lot on positioning and such, making sure he's in the fights doing damage. This is kind of where the BKB comes in handy, because when you just pop BKB, you can't really be stunned. And so you could just waddle in, and then you start right-clicking fools. It's that simple. I'm curious to see where this game goes. Like, so far, he's off to a pretty decent start. His last hits they're on par with other people in this game, so he's not really suffering in that regard. If you look at his kills, he's 2-0-1.
Yeah.
So hasn't died, 2 kills, 1 assist. Like, he's in fights and he's doing things. So I'm curious to see where this goes south.
Farm is lacking, though.
I mean, in comparison...
Everyone in this game is lacking.
Yeah, like, in comparison... I mean, yeah, when I look at Farm, though, I don't compare it to pro numbers. I just compare it to everyone else in the game. And compared to everyone else in the game, he's on par with the Medusa.
Yeah, no. He's doing well when compared to the people in the game, but I think he wants to be better than the people in the game.
Sure. And that's the thing. I guess, yeah, if you want to... My guideline that I roll with is 60 last hits by 10 minutes. It's totally... It's a goal you can totally reach.
Yeah.
It might sound crazy, but I think I've run the numbers before, and like at 10 minutes, the maximum creep hit, or the maximum last hits you could get, excluding jungle creeps, is like 83 or 85.
Yeah. You
Something
want a
along
good
those lines?
percent of your last hits.
So a goal to start with would be 60. If you can get 60 at 10 minutes, that is incredibly well.
Yeah. I'll actually put it lower and just say get like 50. Like,
yeah.
I honestly get 50. It will be good gold, and if you really want to strive for something, try to get every creep in the first 2 to 3 waves.
Yeah, that's the good one. Oh man, if you can get every creep in that, there have been times where I do Faceless Void and I get every creep in the first wave, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, it feels good, to be honest. It feels really good when you get all the creeps.
Because then, like, you're sitting at 300 gold at, like, 30 seconds, and you're like, what am I going to do with all this money?
Exactly. It's funny as all hell.
But, I mean, overall, again, I don't know. Like, I'm curious to see, because, spoiler warning, this game goes a little south. And, like, if we look at the Radiant team, we can kind of see why. If you look at the Radiant team, they have Medusa, quite possibly one of the best carries in the whole game. You have Sniper, who is a really good carry, really good at just picking people off. You have Zeus with a lot of nuke potential. You have Lion with a lot of nuke potential. And then you have Chen, who is basically a walking global mechanism.
Yeah.
Now, I can kind of see, just looking at the Radiant lineup, where this game might go south. Because if you look at the Dire lineup, they have Sven, who's a pretty good carry. He has decent damage. I don't think he's the best, but he is really good for what he is.
Yeah.
You have Viper, who's, like... He's just a strong hero in general. Good pick off there, grabbing the sniper, good stun, all that stuff. GG being thrown out by the sniper. Zeus. I just switched it now. Or I switched actually a few minutes ago.
GG Zeus? Really?
I don't know. Apparently.
What? Okay, Zeus is 1-1-1. Why are shots being fired at Zeus?
Also, Zeus is more elastic than the sniper. Clack clack.
Wow. Yeah.
Anywho.
Wow. Yeah. That's sad.
Anywho.
With the easiest, like, he even has the easiest attack animation.
Oh yeah, Sniper's attack animation is one part pathetic, one part incredible.
I like it.
It's like, it's so stupid that, like, it's almost, like, whenever you miss a last hit, I have to ask, like, why? Why did you miss that last hit?
I've missed them, but that's because of his turn, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm dodging something that I can't turn around. I'm like, fuck.
Tank and towers, what's the next item he's going for? It looks like a Crystallis, maybe. Yeah, most likely a Crystallis. That's alright. Again, I think the BKB is where you'd want to go. BKB is kind of like a general all-around great item. You can't really go wrong with just a BKB in general. Yeah, Crystallis getting picked up there.
Yeah. Second item, BKB is good. Like, on every melee carry, other than Lifestealer, because he already has one.
But even then, they never expect the double BKB.
That would be, new meta? No, I'm kidding.
What do you mean? I've done it once, and it was actually...
You have?
It was actually okay. Because you go Q into BKB, and they never expect the second BKB.
Oh my god.
They're like, and like not only that, now it's like 12, 13 seconds.
That's true.
It's 13 seconds of just doing stuff. And like BKB is also not a bad item on Lifesteal anyway, because it gives him 10 strength, which also gives him 10 damage, and then the Mithril Hammer, which gives him 24.
Damage. Oh wait, what?
24. It's 24.
Oh, on the actual BKB is 24. Isn't it only supposed to be giving him 16 damage if he only has the Mithril Hammer power?
No, Mithril Hammer gives 24.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, weird. So literally you're just paying fully for the...
You're paying for the magic immunity.
Yeah. Wow, it is.
The more you know!
Yeah, no. Which actually is worth the $13.75 that you pay for it.
Yeah, well, yeah, for like...
the recipe part.
Yeah, a whole bunch of magic immunity. Anyhow. So yes.
You could say complete magic immunity.
Lifestealer BKB. New meta. New meta, believe. Alright, get in position here. So, Sven's kicking up over here by the sort of ancients there. Not a bad position to be. You kind of want to be a little out of the way and then just sort of walk your way in. He has his treads on int, which is okay.
He's full mana though.
Exactly. So, again, like he's kind of starting to get... There we go. Sven's coming in. Didn't throw out a Stormhammer.
No.
Could have gotten the Medusa. And now you just got to run away. Just run away. There's the Earth Spike. Medusa denied the tower. Not too bad. And now just kind of getting picked off a bit by the sniper. Sniper hiding in the trees. Picking people off left, right. So not too bad. T1 down, Zeus down. Viper grabbing a Invis rune. Wanting to style on the Chen.
See, what I would have liked to have seen from the Sven, I thought he was going to do it, and it would have been awesome to see. Walk in with int treads, throw out a storm bolt, switch to strength treads, and then just go nuts.
Yeah, yeah. Ideally, though, you want to switch to int treads when you're kind of low-ish on mana, because usually it gives you enough mana to throw another storm bolt, typically speaking.
Yeah, but if you have that extra mana while you throw out your first storm bolt, you're more likely to be able to throw out the second one.
Yeah.
It gives you that pad.
Yeah, no, definitely. Alright, so let's see. So he's got Crystallis. He's saving up some gold here. Bought some dust. Okay, interesting. Oh, sold the dust. Bought TP. Might have been misclick.
Yeah.
Tusk looks... What is Tusk building?
I don't know.
He's got a Claymore and he's got Blades of Attack.
He's building a Crystallis.
You don't do it with Blades of Attack.
Really?
It's Claymore and a Broadsword.
Oh, what the fuck? Is he like mixed building right now?
Oh no, it's just a Broadsword. It's a Broadsword and Blades of Attack. You bought the wrong thing. You bought a Claymore.
He wanted the 21 damage. Jeez.
Well, I mean, sure. There we go. There's a Stormbolt. Right click's coming in. There goes the Zeus. Not bad. Good Stormbolt there. You managed to snag 2. Unfortunately, the Lion got the finger off before the stun got through, but that's okay.
Yeah. Overall, pretty equal trade.
I mean, like, overall, yeah. Overall, things seem fine.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing...
And they got the Zeus, so
nothing too crazy to critique. Just little... I think my only critiques are, like, the little differences in how I play Sven versus how he's playing Sven.
Yeah. I think, if they
Shen's
focus
coming in.
Sven,
Shen's coming in. Oh,
Dagon.
Yeah, there we go. Dagon. You have, Penitence into Dagon. Especially because they changed how Penitence works now. It actually works as a proper amplification.
Yeah.
Not, before, what it did is it took the damage you did and then applied it as a second instance of damage.
Yeah,
which meant that his Penitence was being basically double armored.
Yeah.
So, like, his first hit was getting armored, and then his second hit was getting armored. But now it acts as a proper amplification, so it's only one damage, or one source of damage, that is only being armored once.
He's got another recipe from that kill to build another part of a Dagon.
Oh yeah, I mean, Sven's
Dagon.
net worth compared to Chen before that fight was huge. Chen got another kill on the
God
ledge.
damn it!
Hang on, are we seeing like a new build here? Are we seeing new meta like before our eyes? Penitence Dagon Chen.
I like it. This is really funny to me. He got another kill.
I think we're starting to see. I think we're seeing new meta.
Yeah.
Hashtag new meta.
Clearly, this is when you kind of just stop what you're doing and build a BKB on Sven.
Yeah. So he's sitting at about 1900 gold.
Yeah.
Grabbed a haste rune. Oh.
Runs into the earth.
Yeah, runs in, runs out. Yeah, I think this is the point where you want to. This is where you should have realized if he doesn't do it, BKB.
Yeah. Well, especially with Lion and Zeus, if I like came into game seeing a Lion and a Zeus, I'd be like, I need a BKB this game.
Oh, not bad, not bad. No, just gets magic down.
Oh, yeah, that screams I need a BKB bad.
Yeah, there's the finger, there's the snowball, walrus punch. I think I know what this Tusk is doing. He bought the claymore and he bought the claymore for the bonus damage to his walrus punch.
Yeah.
Because walrus punch gives him an instant or a what's the word I'm looking for? It ensures a critical hit.
Yeah.
So the claymore would basically hit for 350%, which is like I think a bonus 70 or 80 damage.
Yeah.
Tusk needs to get out of there.
Oh, he didn't want to snowball to the creeps. I've seen it once, and it was hilarious.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
A Tusk just running away and snowballing to creeps to get out. I'm just like, that was actually really smart.
You know, it works. It works. So, again, let's take a look at this Sven. Still sitting at 1,700 gold. Has yet to buy a single thing. So now here's the other thing I'm seeing. You're not buying anything. You have enough gold right now for like a Mithril Hammer or a Ogre's Club.
If he wants to be safe, he goes for the Ogre's Club and he still has buyback.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if we just forget buyback from it, which we shouldn't forget buyback, always remember the buyback.
Always remember buyback.
Like when you're just sitting on gold, gold doesn't do anything. Gold doesn't give you damage. It doesn't give you health. It doesn't give you mana. It just sits there. You want to be spending it on items. And now, again, you should try your best
farm the jungle. When you're passing through the jungle, just farm it quickly.
Just farm! Yeah.
You're a carry. Just farm.
I mean, yeah, looking at his last hits, though, again, still comparable to the rest of the game, but yeah. At this point, at about the 25-minute mark, your last hit should be about... It wouldn't be crazy to see about 120.
I was going to say 130, but okay.
Well... Look here, mister, I'm gonna one-up him.
Well, no, I only say 130 because if you're like moving through the jungle as much as I've seen him because he hasn't fought a TP scroll.
Yeah, no. Lots of rotations.
He could hit creeps.
I think he's too worried about trying to finish off his Daedalus.
Daedalus? I think he's going for a Blink Dagger here, man. Like, there's no reason to sit on this much gold other than Blink Dagger.
Or a Demon's Edge.
Or, oh yeah, shit, Demon's Edge, right.
Oh no, but he did buy a Blink Dagger. Okay, interesting. I mean, again, like we've said before, like Blink Dagger's not a bad choice.
He doesn't need to initiate on all this magic damage, though.
Well, I mean, it's more like if he initiates on all this magic damage, he needs a way to stop the magic damage.
Bye-bye, Tusk.
And the best way to stop magic damage is BKB.
Lion still has his ult up. This is terrifying, and they destroyed that Tusk so quickly. Why silencer?
You know, itchy trigger finger.
Yeah, very itchy.
My
should have been more when they were under tower, maybe trying to dive.
Man, I love silencers so much. You know, here's the problem with Dota. I want to play every hero. That's my problem with Dota. I want to
except for Meepo, right?
Meepo and Invoker, those two can go away. Though I do actually want to start trying to get into Invoker casually. But
Invoker's pretty cool if you.
There we go, Blink Dagger into that. Nope, but look at that, you got nuked down in like a second.
Yeah.
Chen finishes you off. You're just getting wrecked by the Medusa too. In comes the snowball. There's the finger.
Ouch.
Yeah. 2 for 2 trade.
Hell, sitting on a all magic mantle. Which one's the one that gives you? 1 second. Like even just sitting on a casual cloak would help here a lot, Because it's
Kinda.
15%. No, it's 15% mana magic resistance. Like, getting 2 of those, and you basically have 30% magic resistance on top
Yeah,
of your
I
already
think-
base 25.
Yeah, it would give him. I think it bumps you up to like 31%.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad pickup. I keep harping on this BKB.
I'm just saying, like, if you're going to skip the BKB, like, picking up a casual...
Like just a spell hood or whatever it's called.
It's just called the cloak. Picking up a casual cloak would be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be alright. It does. It adds defense to you, and then even turning it into like a hood of defiance isn't even the worst thing either.
No.
Because the HP regen's like pretty good on it, and also it bumps it up to 30% spell resistance.
Yeah. Or you could buy 2 hoods and get 30% for 1,100 gold.
Waste of an inventory space.
It is, but like, you know what I mean.
I do. It's hard to disagree with straight up numbers, but at the same time, it's like I think they're just better options.
There are like a BKB or just 1 cloak.
Yeah.
Like it's only 550. I like it for that reason. Like if I'm having an issue with magic and I know I'm not going to be able to get the gold for a BKB fast, pick up a quick cloak and you become instantly way more survivable.
Yeah. Oh, the Chen. There we
he's
go.
like super burst Chen, so
Yeah. Uh-oh. He's stoned.
he's stoned out of his mind, guys.
Right click's coming in. This Dusa, she's going down.
Oh yeah. Like he
Yokies.
does damage, but
Well, I mean,
the issue with the
that's the
Mask of
crystals.
Madness is
And
well,
there we
the
go.
crystals and Mask of Madness.
And there is an Ogre's Club.
But he did state he already knows that he needed to not put off the BKB this far.
Yeah, 30-minute BKB is kind of iffy.
Yeah.
I mean, BKB kind of maintains its usefulness throughout everything,
Yeah.
but yeah, you definitely want to get it sort of as soon as possible. I think skipping the Blink Dagger for the BKB was the way to go.
Yeah.
But that's fine. It happens.
He needed the BKB. Like
We all make judgment calls that may not be the best at the time.
oh hell yeah! Like I've made a few. No, not just a few. I've made a lot.
And the worst thing is the worst one. Here's the worst: you make a judgment call that you think is good. The worst ones are the ones that you think are good, and you stick to it. Like you're like, yeah, no, that was actually the right call to make. When in reality, it's probably the worst call ever. I mean, the ones you really learn from are the ones where you make the call and then you realize that, like, okay, actually, no, that was a poor call. I shouldn't have done that. Like, there are many times where I've been like, screw defending the base. Let's do a base race, and I was like,
Oh god.
if one of us just went back, we probably would have actually won in the end, but...
Dude, I remember playing a game with you and that was our decision, and I instantly regretted it.
It's fine. Look, once in a while, you just gotta go balls to the wall and say, like, YOLO. It's a
No.
base race, boys.
Yeah, I hated it. I did not like it as soon as it started.
I played a game the other day, actually, where we took Mega Creeps at 55 minutes, and the game proceeded to last until the 85-minute mark.
Wow.
And I was like, way to go to the defenders, but at the same time, like, couldn't you have just let it end?
Yeah, seriously.
Like, Lord Tundran, alright, I get it. There's a level of pride there. You wanna win. But, like, when Mega Creeps spawn, it's more or less GG.
Yeah, because those things hurt. And
Well,
they're like
one-
3 creeps per each.
Yeah, one Mega Creep is basically like 3 or 4 regular creeps.
Yeah.
Alright, DD Sven, is he gonna steal Ancients? Of course he's gonna. Oh no, steal Ancients!
Okay, take it. If you can take anything from this game, farm. When you're walking around, farm. Like, take the Ancients.
Like, especially when you have a Blink Dagger.
Yeah. You can get around fast, you can blink everywhere. It's 12-second cooldown.
Like, right now you're just standing
blink.
there while nothing's really happening.
Yeah, you could have taken these, like...
And now you're still
Ancients
standing
from
there
next
while stuff is starting to happen.
Hey, he could be texting his girlfriend.
but, I mean, look, who has those in Dota? Oh, Sven, no! Oh, he's gonna get sniped!
Oh, Sven!
Just Shrek, just Shrek.
Yeah.
So the thing there, I don't know, he sat here for like an extra 10 seconds when he shouldn't have. Mainly because stuff was actually like, he was standing there when stuff wasn't happening, and then he was standing there when stuff started to happen. So it's just kind of like, you gotta, I don't know. Minimap awareness might be the next thing you work on. I have my minimap set to like just straight up red and green, so all the Radiant are green and all the Dire are red. Like, I don't even see like individual colors anymore, because frankly it doesn't matter to me. And I also hit my alt key a lot, so I could see like faces and stuff.
Okay, I just have it set so that I always have the faces up.
No, I need to see. I usually don't care who it is. I just need to see, like, okay, there's 2 Radiant coming out the mid lane. There's, you know, a Dire over here in the jungle. Like, I don't care who it is. I'll find out in a minute.
I like to know.
Sure.
Because I'm like, can I take them, can I not?
Well, I mean, I don't know. If you ever watch me play, it's ridiculous.
I watch you play a lot.
It's insane.
Yeah.
My mini-map just, like, flickers all the time.
Oh, no, I've never watched you, like, play.
Oh,
I've watched you in-game, and I see when you make those questionable decisions a lot.
Hey, shush. I never... Look, I am no master tactician here.
No, I know. I'm like, if you just, like, hit that tower rather than hitting the hero, you would have been fine.
I gotta get those kills.
Seriously. There are times you get bloodlusty, and it's funny.
That's fine. Look,
he's taking his own ancients. That's good.
Yeah, no. Farm, like, again, his farm is not terrible. His GPM's okay.
Oh,
like,
just because of Shadow Blade.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier. I thought that was kind of funny. He also picked up a Crystallis too,
and a Mithril Hammer.
It's just huge, like, right-click Tusk.
Just punching people for days.
I mean, you know, and Tusk has the stats. Like, you see, he really has no stats. But, like, if you look at his base stats, like, he's at 57 strength, 54 agility. Like, these aren't bad stats.
No.
Also, the Medusa has a Lincoln sphere already. That's pretty spooky. Pretty spooky.
She had that a long time ago.
Yeah, I know. Still, I'm just kind of.
And now she's going for a Crystallis.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Usually you see Scotty.
Fuck you and your Scotty. Crystallis time.
Scotty's incredible.
I know it's incredible. I'm just saying as a joke. God.
Dan, I just want to point out that wasn't really a funny joke.
It wasn't a funny joke. It was
If
sarcasm.
you could try a little harder now. Well, it was a little dry. Alright, it was a little dry.
It's gonna be dry. It's sarcasm. Fuck off.
Whoa. Easy. 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 Breezy, beautiful cover girl.
God damn it.
Alright, let's see this position here. It looks like about to be a big team fight here. Let's keep our eye on the Sven and see what he does.
Okay, I want to see what he does.
Bit of a positioning here. The Dagon's back up on the chin. He also has his level 3 Hand of God as well, so that's going to be pretty huge.
And Finger
In comes the
is up.
fight. Earth spiked by the Lion. There we go. Sniper goes down to the Viper. Sven's chasing out the Lion. Gets hexed, gets ultied, and gets fingered. BKB.
Maybe not run at the person who does, like, probably the most magic damage. Other than the Zeus.
BKB. That's all he would have needed.
Yeah. Like, again, Casual Cloak would have helped too.
A little bit. A little bit.
Well,
I mean,
it wouldn't have saved him there, to be honest.
I mean, the big problem there was, yeah, he got hexed and then fingered, but, like, or he got earth spiked, and then as they chased, the hex and the finger.
Yeah.
If he had the BKB at the start,
Wouldn't have had chase.
Yeah, that's sort of the heart. And you know, it's just the thing with Dota, right?
Yeah.
You got like what he's building is not wrong. It's actually an alright build. I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah.
It was more so the order of the build is where I get a little hung up.
Mm-hmm.
It's where I go like, okay, well, with this particular team composition, the Blink Dagger isn't as necessary, but if you still feel like you need it, then yeah, get it, you know, after... Like, I think going Mask of Madness into BKB would have been the right pick here.
Yeah. Personally, I don't like actually going Mask of Madness.
Yeah, I'd say Helm of the Dominator would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Just pick up, like, an Armlet instead, but... Or, like, just don't worry about your attack speed immediately and just get, like, an Assault Cuirass later.
And also, don't always have your treads on agility. It's not increasing your speed. All it's increasing is your armor and your attack speed.
Yeah,
And that's
you get +1 armor and 8 attack speed, which at this point in the game is pretty much negligible.
yeah. You want that damage and that health.
Yeah, so you keep it on strength for most of the time, and then switch it to int when you need the int.
Yeah, when you need the mana, int. That's the nice thing about Sven is agility doesn't help him enough.
Pretty much.
Like you can just keep it on 2 settings.
Yeah, and his agility gain naturally is actually pretty good. He gets 2 agility per level. Yeah. So that's not too bad, actually.
So he's sitting at like 51 on its own, as is, and it's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, just those little critiques really is all I have to say. There's really nothing, you know, there's nothing real egregious. You seem to understand more or less how to play Sven. You could work on your positioning a bit, trying not to chase down individual heroes. Like, chasing down the line necessarily wasn't really that mission critical. You probably could have done a little more good being in the team fight, being in the brawl.
And hitting the towers.
Yeah.
As you, I think, stated, or someone that you commented on your post, yeah, you have little to no tower damage. Like, I think if I remember off the top of my head, it was 680. And for a Sven, that's tiny. Like, you're farming, like, not the best, not the worst.
I mean, within the realm of this game, his farm is all-right.
Yeah.
He is second place in the farm right now.
Could be better. You have a lot of wasted movement. A lot of the early game. Like, now you're actually farming the jungle and all that stuff, but you could have been doing that earlier and getting that farm up faster.
BKB incoming. Yeah, farming a little more efficiently, being a little more decisive. Like, I don't know, one of the things in Dota I like to do is every so often you just gotta YOLO. You just gotta jump in and, like, maybe everything works out totally fine and you, like, ace the team, or maybe everything explodes in your face and it ends up being bad. But, like, you don't get a chance to really learn the hero without, like, YOLOing, and you didn't pop the BKB.
He popped the mom instead and died.
You got the BKB and you didn't even touch it. Oh, that's just alright kick in the pants.
Yeah, that hurts.
Pop the BKB first. Forget the Mask of Madness. It's not that worth it in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, the 30% bonus damage on people who burst you
is huge, especially when Chen's sitting on a Dagon 5 now. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
with Penitence, and that just hurts.
Penitence and also Test of Faith.
Yeah, Test of Faith as well. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of digging. I think that's how I'm going to play my Chen from now on. Dagon Chen.
Why did I get you to do this game? Fuck off.
Because who else would you do it with? Who else?
Like, I don't know.
The nuke is so real. The nuke is so real.
Yeah, the team is all about nuking your face off. And it's with magic damage.
The team is all about the nuke. About the nuke. No right click. I hate that song, by the way.
All about the bass?
Meghan Trainor's All About the Bass. Quite possibly one of the worst songs to come out this generation.
I like the message behind it. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's a terrible message too. There we go. Hang on. Here's the BKB.
That's a terrible message.
I'll explain in a minute.
Okay.
Not too bad. Takes out the sniper. Sniper buys back. More right clicks. Chasing down the what's his name? Zeus? Could be tread switching right here, tread swapping, but instead gets all his mana drained. More right clicks come in. Oh, what? Wait, what the? Whoa. What just happened there?
What the fuck was that?
Huh. Okay, that was weird. That was weird because he didn't force staff his way out of that. Huh. That line should have been dead, but I don't know. Weird, glitchy...
Bullshit.
Something happened.
Anyways, continue.
Okay, so no, but look, be happy with who you are. That's cool, but you know, to quote the song, she goes.
Oh yeah, she slams.
She's like, them skinny bitches got nothing on me, but honey, you're perfect from the bottom to the top. And it's like, you're creating this song about being happy with who you are, but if you are a quote unquote skinny bitch, then get out of here. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
That's true.
And like, that's my problem. I'm all for being happy with who and what you are. if you're, to quote a one queen, fat bottom girls make that rockin' world go round.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fine with that, but just Lord Tunderin, don't spew one message then immediately be a hypocrite.
Yeah, exactly.
It kind of detracts. Anywho, enough close rant on my Megan trainer.
I actually like the refresher parodies of it. It's I'm gonna AFK in the base.
Sure, I don't. I'm just focusing on this game now. Yeah, no, that line should have been dead. I don't know. That was weird. Watching it in the replay, I don't know what happened there.
Glitchiness.
What might have happened is it would have been right on the edge of his ice shards.
Mm-hmm. And it popped him out.
Yeah.
Rather than into it.
Yeah, maybe. That's like the only explanation.
Yeah.
Anywho, so it looks like the game's coming to a close, and in fact, yeah, it will be coming to a close in just a few minutes. So I'm just going to round out with a couple closing thoughts here.
Yeah.
Sven is just an easy hero. Much like Viper, he has a pretty low skill ceiling.
I wouldn't say low skill ceiling because
well, I mean, look,
he still has shit that you have to pull off.
Well, no, but I'm saying like the difference between a good and great Sven player. Like a great Sven player will know when to throw a Stormhammer. Yeah. Because he'll catch like 2 or 3 people at once.
Yeah, and also positioning.
Yeah.
And building.
Right there. Okay. So that last one there, you did well, but you just again, like you're just getting picked off now. The enemy team is just so far ahead that, like, if you look at Medusa, she's been farming this whole time. Look at Medusa's last hit; she's sitting at about 220, compared to Sven, who's only down at 140. Like Medusa just has a huge advantage over the Sven now, and those are kind of the 2 carries to be keeping your eyes on here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just it. Now the Radiant are just out farming you. You had a pretty good early game. A couple of decision choices that I personally wouldn't have made that, like, you weren't wrong, but I just think there was different priorities that needed to be had. Like, for example, I think VKB should have come up a lot sooner. You could have probably ignored the Blink Dagger in this game, but, the Blink Dagger is still a fine choice. Your treads are another item I'd keep an eye on. Keep them on strength for the most part. Switch them to int if you think you... Switch them to int when you need the int.
Yeah. Remember, Sven is a strength hero, not an agility.
Yeah. Like, the 8 agility basically gives you nothing.
Yeah.
And that's really it. Like, you played well. Your farm, right up until the end of it, was comparable with everyone else in this game. If you do want some goals, definitely, like what Sproutt and I were talking about, 50 to 60 last hits in that first 10 minutes. If you can land that, you're golden from there on. And just farm. If you're walking through the jungle, and even if, especially if you have a Blink Dagger. If you have a Blink Dagger and you're just walking around, farm. Yeah. Sven has has probably one of the best cleaves in the whole game, short of Kunkka.
And his is more consistent, technically.
Yeah. And it's just, keep at it. You did good. You fell off a little bit, and I think you had, I don't want to say poor, but just your priorities and items were just a little off.
Yeah.
But that's all.
Assess the game before the game actually starts. You have that, 2 minutes. You can... Jesus.
Yeah, Lich's ulti is just bouncing.
No, I meant the chat that just came up. What the fuck? Why the hate speech? Whoa, why the hate speech, man?
Whoa.
Anyways.
Whatever. I mean, look, I'm a filthy racial slurring moaf, but...
I'm not! I can't say that word!
I don't say it with hate. I'll say that much. I don't say it with hate.
Yeah, but, just build priorities are...
I mean, the items weren't... Yeah, the items weren't bad, it's just...
Build priorities means build what you need first.
Yeah. And that's the thing. So, but other than that, I mean, you did all right. Just practice, really. Practice and, trying to the hardest thing about Dota is trying to understand not your hero, but the other heroes.
Yeah.
So, ideally when you pick your hero, you know what that hero can do. It's what the other heroes do, right? So I need,
that hero.
A lot of new players, you see the question all the time, what's the best way to play Dota 2? And, honestly, the one thing I do kind of agree with is the A to Z challenge.
Yeah.
Which is now called the All Hero Challenge or something.
Yeah.
They actually have that out now?
Yep.
Yeah, the All Hero Challenge Progress. You don't need to be this intense with it, but just play one game with every hero. Like, yeah, it's a lot of time, but it helps you see what all the heroes can do.
You can skip Invoker and Meepo if you understand that those people do a lot of things if they are played correctly, and they can be terrifying. And
yeah,
they're also very, very difficult. Enchantress and Chen are also up there on possible ignore. Just look them up online, because if played correctly, not burst Chen, which actually is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like, if they're the junglers, they can do a lot more.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like, you know, the only way to get good at Dota is to put in hours and to realize that you probably suck. I still suck.
Definitely.
Like, I mean, I'm
terrible.
I'm not phenomenal. I make some big plays, but you know, you just gotta. The only way to get better is to play.
Yeah.
Straight up. There's no secret. There is no 10 ways to get good at Dota 2. Doctors hate them. Like, there's none of that. There is none of that. It's straight up.
Pro gamers hate them.
Yeah. Yeah, Alliance
hates us. Sorry.
Ice thinks it's disrespectful.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, so just practice.
Also, read Purge's You Suck at Dota blog. I read it the first time, even before I played.
Yo, shout out to Purge.
Yeah,
there's that. It's on like the Dota 2 thing.
It's on the Learn Dota 2 website. It's like where to start. It's like right on the side.
Yeah,
right on
Purge,
the right
it's
side.
like Purge's Welcome to Dota 2. You suck.
Yeah,
and
it's a funny read.
It's a little outdated. I don't think he's been updating it, but it's still very pertinent. Like, it's still very.
It's outdated, but it's still up to date in the points that it matters, like the last hitting and farming effectively. Like, knowing the heroes, who's easier, who's more difficult, who to start off with, who to stay away from.
But all right, we'll leave it off at that. We'll continue talking more on our next Community Saturday. Who knows? Yep. Maybe we'll even do some weird podcast thing about how you can get better at Dota 2. 10 quick tips.
Oh God, no.
Alliance hates me.
You'd be so sad if that happened.
I mean, Alliance probably has no idea who the hell I am, and that's okay. I just cry openly. All right, we're done.
Yep.
Thank you all for watching, and until next time, play more games and just keep on watching, keep on keeping on. We are out.